August the 5th, we are in the boardroom, and it is time to convene our meeting. With that, roll call for attendance, please, to ensure quorum.
Harrison, DeWitt,
Aye.
Arnold,
Here.
McIntyre,
Here.
Cook.
Here, we do have a quorum. At this point, if you kindly rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Are there any agenda deletions or corrections? Seeing none, the first item on our agenda is the consent agenda. All items listed under the consent agenda will be enacted by one motion. Meeting minutes to approve. June 27, 2025, special meeting. July 1, 2025, board meeting. July 2, 2025, work session. July 8, 2025, special meeting. July 8, 2025, special meeting closed. July 8, 2025, work session. July 15, 2025, board meeting. July 22, 2025, special meeting. July 22, 2025, work session. July 29, 2025, work session. B, approve payroll removal. Craig Douglas, Security Officer, Sheriff's Office, effective July 29, 2025. C, receive and file new hire approved by the Warren County Conservation Board, Jonathan Livermore, Conservation Ecologist, effective August 4, 2025. D, approve step increase, Preston West, Motor Grader Operator 2, Secondary Roads, effective August 1st, 2025. E, approve step increase, Kenny Cockane, Equipment Operator 1, Secondary Roads, effective August 8, 2025. F, approve step increase, Luke McKinney, Equipment Operator 1, Secondary Roads, effective August 15th, 2025. G, approve abatement of mobile home taxes pursuant to Iowa Code Chapter 435.25 on VIN number R255361 in the amount of $82 plus all accrued interest. B, VIN number 11268,779 in the amount of $1,336 plus all accrued interest. H, approve abatement of special assessment taxes in the amount of $5,584 on parcel 631470000830 pursuant to Iowa Code Chapter 445.16. Do I have a motion on the claims, or excuse me, on the consent agenda?
I'll
Make
make
a
a
motion to approve.
second.
Roll call, please.
Harrison,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Aye.
Arnold,
Aye.
McIntyre,
Aye.
Cook.
Aye. And just for the record, Stephanie Erickson's also here at the meeting. She made that last motion. Number two, we have a claims figure in the amount of $280,000, $280,507.25. Do I have a motion on the claims?
Make a motion to approve the claims.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion from the board? Roll call, please.
Harrison,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Aye.
Arnold,
Aye.
McIntyre,
Aye.
Cook.
Aye. Claims are approved. Number three is consider application to use Warren County Justice Center grounds as submitted by the City of Indianola Parks and Recs for the 2025 Annual Children's Costume Party on Saturday, October 25, 2025, with possible action.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion from the board? Sounds like a fun party. Roll call, please.
Harrison,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Aye.
Arnold,
Aye.
McIntyre,
Aye.
Cook.
Aye. Motion carries. Number four is consider the sheriff's request to hire a security guard at the administration building with possible action. morning, Sheriff.
Good morning, Board. About a year ago, the previous board had approved for a security position over here at the administration building. That was placed under the sheriff's office. We conducted that, hired a gentleman, Craig Douglas. He has since moved on to other employment, and with the hiring freeze, just wanted to come back before the board to see if they were wanting us to fill that position. If so, we'll get it started.
Any questions for the sheriff?
Thanks, Sheriff.
Thank you.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to hire a security guard at the administration building.
I second that.
Any discussion from the board?
Just real briefly, I mean, I've been involved in some discussions on the security here and there, and I don't know if, not for this year, but next year it might even be maybe prudent to look at even having another, maybe a third person eventually, because of they're spread pretty thin with both of the guys, and just for someone to cover vacations, lunches, things of that nature, just something to explore in the future. But other than that, I mean, I have no problem with it, replacing the one we have. But there's some other discussions we had about locking all the courtrooms and some of the things over at the Justice Center. So something we might want to look at in the future.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I agree with everything you said, Brian. And unfortunately, in today's world, we are having more and more incidents in this building. And so I think it's really important for all the staff to feel that this is a safe place to be. So.
Okay, we have a motion. We have a second. Roll call, please.
Erickson,
Aye.
Aye.
Arnold,
Aye.
McIntyre,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye, the motion carries. We'll start the search process, hiring process on that.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you. All right, number 5 is consider updated 28E agreement for Clark and Warren County collection of delinquent court obligations with possible action. Good morning.
Good morning. I just wanted to update the board. I went ahead and reached out to Clark County. Originally, our 2080 agreement did not include them reimbursing us for postage. And I reached out to their county attorney and said, hey, would you be opposed to us amending our 2080 agreement to include reimbursement for postage? And she said, absolutely not. So I went ahead and updated it and sent it to them for signing. So it's now before you to sign, and essentially it's just they're gonna reimburse us for postage. So we keep track of all the letters that we send out so that when I bill them quarterly, then I can include that on the invoice.
Good catch on that.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the updated 28E agreement between Clark and Warren County regarding the collection of delinquent court obligations.
Second.
Any discussion from the board? Roll call, please.
Erickson,
Aye.
Aye.
Arnold,
Aye.
McIntyre,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye. Motion carries. Number 6 on our agenda is consider bids for the Warren County Secondary Roads Maintenance Facility fire protection upgrades with possible action. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning. Bids were received and opened on July 18th for the sprinkler system for our secondary roads facility. DDVI bid was $1,945,000 with a bid alternate amount $66,000 less than that. FE Moran Fire Protection was at $2,623,298 with a bid alternate amount $636,000 less than that amount. The engineer estimate from the consultant was around $850,000, and that was with a hefty contingency. So the bids came in drastically higher than what we had expected. What we're looking at right now is the plans had a below ground tank, about 150,000 gallon tank, which required a pump and a well to feed that tank, pull from the tank. We're looking at redesigning to an above-ground tank, save excavation costs. Hopefully, trying to get the tank size down. That may or may not happen, but regardless, an above-ground tank should save significant money. This is something I had talked to the consultant about from the get-go, but I don't have the expertise in it, and we went the way that they wanted to, so we're gonna go back. Redesign, we're still hoping to get it out for letting within a couple months. It's not gonna drag out forever, but we're gonna go fast track, try to see what things we can save money on and try to get it back out for letting and hopefully get more than 2 bids too. So we would recommend rejecting the bids and redesign. We're trying to work with entities to get things approved, redesign elements approved before we get back to letting, so
Do we have an estimate, Tim, on the redesign cost?
it's gonna be under $15,000, so
Pretty minimal.
for the savings we could get it's worth it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Any other questions for our engineer?
I would just say that I think that the new Hy-Vee distribution warehouse, they have a above-ground tank for their fire sprinkler system, so
Yeah.
it could be, I don't know if it's cheaper or not, because they also have like some kind of pump house or something.
We'll
attached.
have to have a pump house too.
Yeah, so.
But with the below-ground tank, you had to have a well, and there was significant costs included in that. The above-ground tank, you don't have to have that well to feed it, so.
It makes sense that it would be cheaper without the excavation, but hopefully that's the case, I guess, is what we're hoping for.
I don't think it can get worse.
Okay, good, Tim.
Are you thinking September timeline or October for letting it again?
I'm hoping.
Okay.
We're still under a time crunch for getting something done within the next year and a half, but we're gonna try a quick redesign and save what money we can.
I appreciate that.
Okay, any other questions? At this time, I'll make a motion to deny or reject bids on the secondary roads maintenance facility fire protection upgrades.
Second.
Any discussion from the board? Roll call, please.
Erickson,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Aye.
Arnold,
Aye.
McIntyre,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye. Bids are rejected. Thank you, sir. Number 7, looks like that's also you. Consider 28E agreement between the city of Norwalk and Warren County with possible action.
Norwalk's annexing quite a bit of property. I just was informed by the city manager or the representative from Norwalk that they're getting some fight. A resident is trying to fight the annexation. So what I'd ask is you guys approve this, and I'm gonna hold off on filing it with the state of Iowa until we get word that it's officially, that annexation's gone through. Because it's not gonna really be official till they own the roads. But this is it's reducing our responsibility within the city of Norwalk. So if it's a Norwalk road, we will still blade it, but we're not gonna rock it or ditch it or tree clear or do really anything outside of the routine maintenance of dragging the road. So we'll do snow removal too, but.
Were they going to take care of some of our roads as well as a
Yeah,
part
we
of that?
evened them, I evened them out, so we have 5.58 miles of responsibility and they have 5.33, so we have a little bit more, but they'll mainly maintain the paved roads, which is just routine maintenance. It's nothing, they're not gonna go through and do extensive patching projects or anything, but they'll clear snow and do the routine maintenance, mow the edges. On gravel within city limits, we'll, like I said, just blade and not do anything extensive, anything on the city property. They'll do those bigger projects. And if there's a road upgrade or a big project, there has to be a project-specific 2080 agreement to address that, so.
Understood?
Well, I would make a motion to approve the 28E agreement with the understanding that the engineer is going to hold off on filing that until the annexation goes through.
Second.
We have a motion and a tie for seconding on it. Any discussion from the board? I have a couple quick comments on it. One, thank you, Tim and the city of Norwalk for working together on a plan. And I just want to point out to the public that that 2080 agreement path on something like this is really important to get that memorialized, because historically our county and most counties just sort of do a handshake deal on these things, and that creates, not always, it can create problems. And so just getting the memorialization of it, who's responsible for what's going to happen, and then getting it on paper and signed, it's a way better way to do it. So thank you for the effort on that. And then two, other fun tidbit for the public, certainly not a done deal, but maybe you have seen the news recently where the mayor of Norwalk is trying real hard to get a Buc-ee's on that interstate access. And if you recall from, was it a week ago, when our finance director gave an update on the budget, one of the things that came in very well and to the good was our gas fuel charge tax receipts. So the county gets a little slice of all the fuel that gets sold when you pay tax for gas. So I always encourage people to fill up in Warren County, drive on down here from Polk. Don't if you work in Des Moines, fill up here. It helps us. But in the event that the mayor is successful in getting a Buc-ee's on the interstate in that newly annexed zone, those fuel surtax receipts are going to fly off the chart. And that would be a very good thing for our roads department and others that use those tax dollars. So fingers crossed. All right, long-winded, sorry about that. But I'm excited. I hope Mayor Phillips is successful in that endeavor and Texas Buc-ee's program decides to add one on our interstate, because there'd be a lot of people from Des Moines and those driving from Kansas City to Des Moines or Kansas City to Minneapolis or back that are going to stop at Buc-ee's. Fingers crossed for Buc-ee's. Roll call, please.
Lots of local option sales tax that will come with it on top of
A
the
lot of
gas
local
tax.
option sales tax too. Go get those.
He's not capping us right now.
Go
there,
get those
right? So,
brisket burritos at Buc-ee's. All right, roll call, please.
aye.
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 Aye, motion carries. Number 8, receive and file reports. We have 2 reports to file. Putney auction proceeds summary. Looks like $5,284.55 hit the coffers. Thank you, all involved in making something out of some equipment that we just never used, or items that had no purpose for the county anymore. 5,000 in reserves is better than nothing.
And I just want to add too that Putney Auction was wonderful to work with.
Great.
Mark and his team came in, and not being familiar with that process, they just kind of led us through it and took care of everything and made it very easy for us. So I wanted to say a special thank you for them for helping making a big process easy.
Wonderful. Thank you, Putney. Second report is the Veterans Affairs report. With that, I'll make a motion to receive and file both reports.
Second.
Any discussion from the board? Roll call, please.
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Number 9 is Supervisors report. Does anyone have anything they'd like to share?
I do, but does anyone else have anything else? I got a little bit of a long one.
Go
but
ahead.
I'll keep it short. It was just an incredible couple weeks here in Warren County. We had a lot of events. Last week, I had an opportunity to present at the Warren County Economic Development Balloons and Breakfast event about how things are going in the county. Things are moving really well here, and I think everyone is really happy right now. At the Warren County Fair, National Balloon Classic, Indianola Summer Arts Festival, and then this past weekend we had Hinterland. Hinterland welcomed a record-setting crowd of 25,000 attendees each day to the event. It is now officially going to forever be home in Warren County. So all those people that come here, hopefully they are filling up for gas. I did get to take, last Thursday before the event started, a tour of the grounds, and I would encourage all of you to do it. I can get you in touch with them, but they are putting in that permanent structure that we approved a few months ago. And it's very impressive how large the grounds are. We took some hot air balloons over there to surprise the attendees, and they loved it. So kudos to everybody. It's just kind of been a busy couple weeks. And then this Thursday, Indianola Main Street hosted, it is our Downtown Dough Dollars. We had a generous donor donate $15,000 that Indianola Main Street matched. And so we sold gift certificates, and for every $25 sold, you got $25 more. Most people came and got the most amount that you could get, which was $100, and then you got a free $100. And all of those gift certificates can be redeemed this Thursday on our square with 33 participating businesses, and it will put $60,000 back into our community. We sold out the first day, and so the generous donors came back and said, we'll give you another $30,000. So with our $15,000 from Main Street, it grew into $60,000 going back in one day on our square. Awesome. Stores are going to be open late. You can even use them for gift certificates at certain stores, so it'll be pretty incredible. And then I've got an employee to highlight, but she's not here, but at least we'll just tell her that she was talked about. So I got a great and overwhelming from Sam Summers, the owner of Hinterland, in regards to Becky. And I think it's really important that we shower Becky with love, because she has single-handedly been running that office and zoning alone, and we appreciate her. But the one thing his staff said was, she's always smiling. And it's always, how can I help? So I would challenge all of you. I think we should come back each meeting and bring our great employees back. I was kind of inspired by Jordan, I think maybe started something. And it's those little things. Jordan started, what was it, an employee of the month? Yeah. But it's those little things, right? And it was really great to hear all these, people who are really, really busy, but they wanted to stop by and tell me Becky's great in the county. And I love that about her, because they don't know that she's just working all alone.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's all I have. Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Would anyone else like to share? Okay. Number 10 is public input. Comments are limited to 3 minutes per individual. Board's not going to take any action on the comments due to the requirements of the open meetings law, but may do so in the future, and we frequently do. No public input will be allowed for any of today's agenda items. Is there anyone from the public or online who would like to speak or comment? Seeing none, we'll move on to number 11, which is simply setting the next meeting date, our official board meeting, which will be August 19, 2025, back here in the boardroom. That meeting is scheduled for 6 p.m. That evening meeting is for the benefit of the public who might be employed during the day, but still like to attend our evening meeting. So I would encourage, again, the public to attend our night meeting if you can. With that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Aye.
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 Aye, we're adjourned. Thank you all for your time and have a great week.
I'm sorry I was late.
You're fine.
This is the second time. I tried to call Doug Shaw when I left my house, and I told him